Introduction. Who is Hera, the queen of the Greek gods, goddess of marriage, and ruler beside Zeus? Her story is one of dignity, loyalty, and vengeance. She was worshipped as the guardian of women and families, yet feared for her relentless pursuit of rivals. Hera was more than a wife to Zeus. She was a goddess of immense authority in her own right. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because if anyone can hold a grudge, it's Hera. Origins. Hera was the daughter of the Titans Cronus and Rhea. Like her siblings, she was swallowed by Cronus at birth, only to be freed when Zeus rose against him. After the Titanomachy, Zeus courted Hera with persistence. Some myths tell that he transformed into a helpless cuckoo bird to gain her sympathy. She cradled the bird against her breast, and Zeus revealed himself, persuading her to marry him. Their union was celebrated by all of Olympus, making Hera the undisputed queen of the gods. But being queen was not a passive role. Hera shared Zeus's throne and was treated as his equal in ceremony and authority. She embodied the sanctity of marriage, giving her worshippers, especially women, a divine champion. Unlike many goddesses confined to narrow roles, Hera's influence extended into law, politics, and morality. Role and powers. Hera was the goddess of marriage, childbirth, and the protection of women. She symbolized loyalty and the stability of family life, yet she was also invoked to curse betrayals and oaths broken. Her sacred animals reflected her nature. The cow symbolized her nurturing side, while the peacock, with its brilliant tail covered in eyes, represented majesty, vigilance, and pride. Temples to Hera were among the largest in Greece. At Argos and Samos, vast festivals honored her with processions, sacrifices, and songs. She was revered as a goddess who watched over the bonds that held society together. To the Greeks, marriage was not just personal, it was political and sacred. Hera personified that union. Famous myths. Hera's myths reveal both her power and her pain. Her marriage to Zeus was filled with betrayal, and her anger toward his lovers and illegitimate children shaped countless legends. One famous tale involves Io, a mortal priestess Zeus loved. To protect her from Hera's wrath, Zeus turned Io into a white cow. But Hera was not fooled. She placed Io under the guard of Argus, a giant with 100 eyes. Hermes later slew Argus, and Hera honored his service by placing his eyes on the peacock's feathers. Hera's rivalry with Heracles is another defining myth. From the moment he was born, she despised him as the son of Zeus and a mortal woman. She sent snakes to kill him in his crib, but the infant strangled them. Later, Hera drove Heracles into a madness that caused him to kill his own family, a crime that forced him to complete the 12 labors. Yet in some stories, Hera eventually reconciled with Heracles, granting him immortality after his suffering. Hera also played roles in grander sagas. During the Trojan War, she sided with the Greeks against Troy, largely because Paris, the Trojan prince, refused to award her the golden apple in the judgment of Paris. She used cunning and persuasion to influence battles, showing her power extended far beyond Olympus. Symbols and worship. Hera's worship was widespread, and her temples were architectural marvels. At Samos, one of the largest temples in the Greek world was dedicated to her, filled with offerings from across the Mediterranean. The Heraion at Argos stood as a center of her cult, where priestesses presided over rituals celebrating marriage and fertility. Festivals such as the Heraia honored her with athletic competitions for women, echoing the male-dominated Olympic Games of Zeus. In households, women prayed to Hera for blessings in childbirth, for fidelity in marriage, and for strength in family struggles. Her worship was both deeply personal and publicly grand, binding society through shared ideals of union and stability. Why it matters today. Hera remains a compelling figure because she was not one-dimensional. She was both protector and persecutor, blessing faithful unions while punishing betrayal. Her myths reflect the struggles of real marriages: love, loyalty, conflict, and reconciliation. Unlike the flawless figures of later religions, Hera was relatable precisely because she embodied contradictions. Her influence lingers in language and art. Peacocks still symbolize majesty. The word hero traces back to Heracles, whose life was defined by her challenges. In modern films and literature, Hera often appears as both wise queen and jealous rival, echoing the complexity the Greeks always saw in her. Hera's legacy is not just as Zeus's wife, but as a goddess who demanded respect, enforced loyalty, and reminded mortals and gods alike that vows matter. Her stories show that power can be expressed through dignity as much as domination. Outro. Hera, queen of Olympus, goddess of marriage, and ruler of family bonds. Her myths reveal the beauty and the pain of love, the sanctity of oaths, and the danger of betrayal. Next time, we'll meet Poseidon, god of the sea, whose waves rivaled Zeus's skies and whose temper shook the earth. Remember to like and subscribe or risk Hera's eternal disapproval. This channel is for education and storytelling only.